Hi, I'm Nate Biddle, and this is VR on the Web. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's Metaverse update number 9, and today I want to talk about Zenith, the MMO RPG in VR that I'm a huge fan of. I've made a lot of videos about it, and they just got some new additional funding, so I'll talk about that. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was the Resident Evil 4 hands-on preview that was just released by IGN today, as well as the official trailer and release date. So Zenith MMO, which is a JRPG-inspired VR MMO that has been undergoing some alpha testing, and soon there will be some beta testing, I believe. They just finished their most recent round of alpha testing in July. I was a part of that. There are some videos on my site. Take a look at those if you want to see some more information about that. But I just got a notification. I'm on their mailing list. Got a notification today that they have closed a fundraising round, Series A, led by Makers, which I think is a venture capital fund, and with the help of Anthos and Dune Ventures, and their funding partnership with Oculus as well. So for those who are fans of Zenith already, or have already played it, or have learned about it, this might make you excited. This might concern you. There's a little bit of both in my mind. The pros, I think, are that they're going to be more well-funded, and that equals scalability. They'll be able to grow as a company. They'll be able to support more servers, maybe grow out their team to support more features and higher quality content and higher quality gameplay, more polished gameplay. The con there, though, is that when you have venture capital funds and they invest in you, the goal obviously is a return on profit. That's why they're investing. So the two thoughts that I have are that either they think that Zenith will be enough of a hit and get enough of a player base where it can remain as is, sort of without pay-to-play features, and they'll have enough sales where the investors will have a return on their investment. Now, the alternative would be that they want to include some sort of pay-to-play or microtransaction thing at some point down the line, which I'm not a huge fan of that model. So, that would be a bummer if that happens. That said, in the email that they sent out, they alleviated those concerns a little bit. They stated the question, what does this actually change about the development of the game? They say not much. Zenith remains their core focus, and Lauren and the author Andy, the two founders of the studio, they remain in full control of the studio, which is good. They're going to work hard to maintain the same culture, community, and dedication that's gotten Zenith to that point. So hopefully the vision of Zenith remains, despite the venture capital fund entering into it. I'm excited to see where this leads. Additionally, I will continue to make content surrounding Zenith. I'll be showing content regarding betas once those occur. There's no set in stone date yet. It's still TBA according to the website Zenith MMO. Link below. And then also, if you are watching the channel and you're a talented animator or a graphics programmer, they are looking to hire. And with this new seed round of funding, they'll be able to expand the team. So, if you're interested in the game and you're a graphics programmer or a talented animator, give them a ring. So that's that. And so next, I just wanted to talk about Resident Evil 4 VR. I'm super pumped for that. Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. I probably played it 20 times on GameCube, a couple times on Xbox One, and I've emulated it a couple times, played it once on PC with Steam as well. So I am a huge fan. And it is coming out very shortly. It's coming out October 20th, I believe. Release date, Resident Evil 4 VR. I believe it's 21st, actually. Let me take a look. Yes, October 21st, 2021, so less than a month away. if interested, you better get excited for that. I'll buy it at a high price. Whatever they want me to pay. I'll even pay $1,000. Maybe not, but I'll pay a lot. So anyway, they dropped the trailer. I'll include a link to the trailer below, and they also dropped Resident Evil 4 VR hands-on preview in IGN. So I'm about to watch it now, and you'll see it on the side here, and let's see how it looks.
Resident Evil 4 has been re-released on nearly every platform, but the upcoming Resident Evil 4 VR for Oculus might be the first time since 2005 that Capcom's seminal survival horror game feels completely new. Resident Evil 4 VR isn't some sampler running you through the best parts.
As I pointed out in
this is the full game,
my previous video about it, I think this game's perfect for being ported to VR because of the way the gunfighting works. Automatically, you're not able to walk while shooting, and so the teleport feature works perfect, or works very similarly to that mechanic. So you move and then you stand still and shoot with 360 options. So
the series towards a more action-oriented direction. Gone were the slow-paced controls and sluggish gunplay. It introduced a new, faster third-person combat system while expanding.
I'm a little worried. I'm going to be more scared. So Resident Evil 4, I think, is probably like the healthiest dose of fear that I like. I don't really like to go much further beyond that as far as horror is concerned.
Potentially surpasses the console experience. It's a shooter. To this end, much of the original Resident Evil 4 experience has been remade to be interactive.
But in VR, everything's scary. Obviously, you're more vulnerable by nature, and then additionally,
somewhere on their person and can be grabbed.
Stuff's more realistic.
Need to pull out a gun? Grab it from your waist. Need to heal yourself? Your health items can
the
be grabbed from
puzzles
your
will
left
be really
shoulder.
fun.
Pull out a knife.
Shooting will be awesome.
Holster on your chest. Reloading your weapon is done in real time as well. Your ammo is in a pouch on your left side, and you'll need to physically pull out ammo cartridges and load them into your weapon. The whole experience has a learning curve, but once you develop the muscle memory, it's almost second nature.
Real-time reload.
Puzzles have also been remade so they can be interacted with. One puzzle in the church area requires players to move different colored lights correctly to form the right shape. In the VR version, you'll press virtual buttons on the machine to move around the lights the right way. Items are also handled in a full-size virtual window where you can pick up items and rearrange them by physically moving them around. And saving your game is done on a fully interactive typewriter, which might be my favorite thing ever.
Oh, that's
Not
cool.
everything is in VR though. All the cutscenes in the game aren't viewed in first person, but on a virtual theater screen. And anytime Leon does an action like climb a ladder or jump through a window, RE4 VR switches from first person perspective to the same theater view. It's not a very elegant transition, but I understand why it was done. I doubt jumping and rolling out of a second-story window would be pleasant.
Yeah, I get that. I suppose vertical movement is still kind of a
tough. How some of the combat encounters translate into the new
VR
format. Resident Evil 4 was a much more action-oriented turn for the series, and that included adding a lot of intense mob encounters.
You get all the blue medals.
On consoles and PC, this wasn't a problem, but in VR, the intensity and the difficulty of these encounters are substantially increased. Fighting a wave of enemies by pulling your weapons from holsters and reloading them in real time can be incredibly thrilling, but if you're partial to motion sickness, you'll likely be playing using the teleportation controls, and getting away from a mob with this kind of movement while physically managing your inventory is quite
gonna be so fun.
Boss fights elicit a different reaction altogether. There's nothing quite like fighting El Gigante in virtual reality, staring up at his towering figure while shooting him with everything you have. Similarly, there's also nothing quite like seeing this entire gloomy world in VR. You can almost smell the rot and blood in the village, but there are also moments of serene beauty you can only experience for the first time in VR. If you've skipped every re-release of Resident Evil 4 because of the incremental changes made for each version, Resident Evil 4 VR is the most substantially different take on the game I've seen in a long while.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm eager to fully revisit this exhilarating nightmare.
Save the dog, he'll help you later, don't
forget. Released this October. For more traditional shooters not in VR, check out our preview of Far Cry 6, and for everything else, keep it right here on IGN.
So good. So good. So yeah, I'm getting that right when it comes out. But yeah, I'm super pumped. One of my favorite games of all time. It's going to be scarier in VR, but I'm really excited to play it. So that's that. But thanks for watching, guys. I will be back next week with Metaverse update number 10. And if you enjoyed the content, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.